Stephanie Grisham has her upcoming book, which I don't even remember the name of, and you shouldn't buy it, but it reveals a lot of what was going on inside of the Trump White House, paints them in a very bad light, and she's been getting a lot of press off of that, including on this show, because I want to know what's going on. But that said, we've acknowledged that she could have said something at the time. She could have left earlier than just a week or two before the end of the administration. So all of that is, I think, grounds for accusations of hypocrisy or just basically selling out. It's not about her values really, which is what she's presenting it as. But I think to even better make that point, a few years ago, she appeared while serving in the Trump administration on Lou Dobbs' show on Fox News. And the topic of John Bolton came up. John Bolton had also been in the Trump administration, left it, and wrote a tell-all book. And here is what Dobbs and Grisham had to say about that book.
John Bolton, the president's former national security advisor, writing a book, a tell-all, if you will. I've never heard of such a thing. No one that I know, who I know, has ever heard of it. What a rancid, corrupt, absolutely disgusting move for him to have made.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Here's a man who purports to care about the national security of this country, and to leave the White House and immediately go write a book. It's really disappointing, and clearly he's trying to sell a book. I mean, obviously the information came out with the New York Times last night, and then a couple of hours later, magically the pre-order link was live. Really, really unfortunate stuff. I'm sad to see that it's happening. We don't even know what's in the book is going to be true. The president has made clear that none of the things that are being claimed right now are true.
Yeah. So when she was, getting paid to be loyal to Trump during this time that she now, like if you read the book, she says she was growing incredibly disillusioned. She felt that Trump was a con man, irrational, and all of that. She was still doing these appearances, defending them and attacking people who were doing the exact same thing that she was immediately doing. Her book is coming out like any day. She was criticizing him for writing it like a minute after he left. She left the White House earlier this year. Like, what do we think that she hadn't already started with an outline at that point? Anyway, Brett, what do you thought?
They don't care. It's weird. Like they're the ones in the house, like they're the ones in like this little case, that like this little aquarium, but their audience is goldfish with the 7-second memory. Like, you guys, they're like, yep, that's right, good point. And they're all you're trying to find out the explanation for why everyone is like this. Is it because they're Republicans? Is it because they're on TV? Is it because they work in the Trump White House? Are they opportunists? The answer is they just want to be like rich and influential, period, at any cost. And they know, I mean, she was the press secretary, she did Melania, and then she did Trump. And like that's her job, is to know what plays well. And so she's going to do her calculus and then find out what plays the best. Not for the president, because it played well for the president was the priority for her back then, because that was what kept her in the job. But now it's what plays well for her. And if the media can pardon George W. Bush for being as big a horrible war criminal as he was, and think of him fondly in the light of the sunset, then her calculus is, well, people barely knew who I was when I was saying all that stuff. That's true. They respond very well when someone appears from the ether and says horrible stuff about Donald Trump. I'm one of those people.
Yeah,
but I was not one of those people saying, good point, Stephanie, when she was talking trash about John Bolton. I was talking trash about him, but for a different reason.
That's true. You're a John Bolton hipster. And we're also acknowledging why she's doing this. And because she had a change of heart. She had a change of financial circumstance when she left her job.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.